Hi guys, it's me, Donna, and today we're going to be doing a Scratch tutorial. So let's get started. So first of all, when you're on the screen and it says sign in or join Scratch, if you have an account and you're not signed into it, click sign in. Then enter your username and password. If you haven't, then click join Scratch and enter some information. It'll save all of your work. So today I'm teaching you how to make a how to make your sprite move around. So we need to get one flag clip from the events section, and then we get a forever. Let's get an if from the console, sensing, and then a key. And from the drop-down menu, let's choose key right arrow. And if the key right arrow is pressed, we'll talk about the X and Y coordinates soon. So changing Y by 10 makes the cat go up, and changing Y by -10 makes the cat go down. So that's your X and Y coordinates. Changing X by 10 makes it move right, which is exactly what we want. Let's test this out. Why isn't it working? Well, it's because it's only checking it for barely enough time for you to actually make any moves. So that's why we need a forever loop. Now, but we can't allow the cat only move right. So let's duplicate this script. Right click the if block, duplicate it, change the drop down menu to be left arrow, and change X by -10. So we have a cat moving left and right, left and right. Good. Now that the cat is moving in those directions, we need to get an if sensing, key, up arrow pressed, and as I talked about earlier, Y makes your sprite go up. So we need to change Y by a positive value, 10. So now let's duplicate that script, same way we duplicated the other one. Convert that to a down arrow and change Y by -10. So here's how we have what we have so far. Check it out. So he's moving around in every single direction. Check it out. But there's one little tiny thing I really want him to do. Point left when he's moving left. And point right when he's moving right. So let's fix that. So if the key right arrow is pressed, let's point in direction 90. Left arrow, -90. Let me just see what 180 is. So point in direction 0 if we want it to face up, and positive value 180 if the down arrow is pressed. Yes, but there's this big problem. My cat is moving left and it's upside down. And if he's moving up and down is good, but the left, we really need to talk about that. So if you don't really care too much about him pointing up or down, we can click direction, click left and right, so he'll only rotate left and right, which doesn't feel too lifelike. But if you really don't want your cat looking like this when he's moving left, then you may want to do that. But if you don't even want him to rotate, well then don't rotate at all. It'll still say exactly what direction he's moving in, but I won't show you the direction he's moving in. So I'll stick with all around. Now we need something very, very important. A coin. So I'm going to choose a sprite And I'm going to just model off this stock footage button. Just make it. We can play around with the saturation slider. So I'm gonna make my coin bright yellow with a little bit of a dark rectangle in the middle for a cat. And there's one thing I think we can do for every single sprite. If you wanted to do something when the flag is clicked, get a one flag click block. Motion, go to, and you can write in exactly what, drag it around, and copy off the value you want it to be in. For example, I'll do negative 190 and negative 130. Yep, and that is good. So we did that part. But hold on, we don't want a cat spawning here. We really don't want him spawning here, actually. We want him to go somewhere, to have a certain starting position. And if you want him to start at the dead center of the screen, we do X is 0 and Y is 0. That's better. He starts at the center of the screen, and then he moves around like a cat. But when we touch the coin, there's this one little problem. The cat, he's touching the coin, but it's not doing anything. It's not playing any sound, and it is not gonna do anything really when he hits the coin. So we're going to rename this sprite coin and player, just to be organized. So now that we have a coin, oh dear. If you accidentally delete a sprite, you can hit restore sprite. Whew. Okay, so now that we did that, we need to do a forever if sensing touching. Yeah, we don't want it to touch the mouse pointer to make something happen. We want it to touch the player. If touching player, then we need to play a sound. And what if we don't want this sound? We don't want a pop sound, so let's delete the pop sound. Choose one. And I would like to choose the coin sound. Good. And maybe size this coin down a little. How about a nice 50? A nice 50. You can choose whatever size you prefer, but I'll just tone it down a little bit. So touching play. Play sound coin until done. Let's see. We want to only do it once. But we want to make the game end, right? So if we want the game to end, we are not changing the background because, well, we can't move that around. So we're gonna choose a sprite, and if you want, you can upload your own graphic. But I'm just going to do a bright green and zoom out and make a giant green canvas. This giant green canvas here. Now I'm gonna write with the text editor in whatever font you want, pixel, and I'll do it in a, how about bright blue? You win. And make it really big. Good. And we also want this to be a center. 0 and X is 0. So you win. Maybe put an exclamation mark there. Okay. And if you want to snap to the center of the canvas, you can just snap it in the center of the canvas. So now that we do that, how is it supposed to know when the coin has touched the cat? For that, we will need a broadcast block. So for the broadcast block, I'll name mine win. And for this one, it'll be when I receive win. Hold on a minute, we forgot something. When flag clicked, go to looks and hide display. Make sure it goes to the front layer. Good job. He's hidden now. Nobody can see him. So when I receive win, show, and I'm going to add a really cool sound. You can either go in the effects section. If you want to find something, find a good. And play sound. Play sound. Go in the sound section and play sound win until done. Okay, that is a problem. That is one huge problem. When the cat is touching the coin, and it plays the sound coin, and it broadcasts win, the two sounds are playing at once. We will need to duplicate. I will duplicate this one. So this will be the coin, which won't have a win block. And this one will be the apple. The apple. I don't know, I'm feeling good about the apple. So the apple will be hovered right about here. And then we'll go to negative 170 and 100. Okay, that is a problem. There is one problem with this. Good. He is right there. Now we only need to change that costume. So we can choose a costume, apple, switch it to an apple. And if we want to delete an unwanted costume, we can just hit the delete button. Now if you really want to move the whole thing off center, just drag with your mouse and group it. Because each sprite costume is made up of different parts. Wow, assuming you're getting it from the stock image library. So now this is the one that doesn't. This one won't broadcast win, but I'll play the sound coin. This one will just broadcast win. Okay, good. So now it's on the script. Let this little kitty run around. Oh geez, that is a huge problem. And then control, stop this script. Good. Now we can. Good. We get a coin. Really good. But wait a second. At one point, this cat was pointing upside down. Let's see that again. It happened. So if you want the cat not pointing in the left direction when he spawns, like this, then we will need to make him point in the direction 90. So once he's in the direction 90, we can, let's usually name this sprite to be message. So now that we did that part, the messages, I want you to go in the messages costume, duplicate your you win costume, and make it say you. Make it any color that you think will always stick out, as in a bright red. make it say you lose. You lose. Then maybe you lost. Hold on. Let me just X this out. And then you lose or lost. You lost. Capital. Not a Y, a T. You lost. Good. Now that we have you lost, we are going to add a timer. And when we add a timer, there's one really important thing once we add this timer. We don't want the game to be really easy. So we're going to put a time limit. A really cool. It's a time limit. So we are going to limit the amount of time that we can play this. Okay, so now that we have that, we don't want to show you lost when we... That's a problem. We need to switch the costume to... Maybe name these costumes something like win and lose. So we don't want to switch the costume to lose. Let's switch it to win. Because I think that if we are hitting the apple, there's a good thing about that. But wait. If we're adding a timer, we also need to add some obstacles. So first, let's go with that. Make a new sprite, name it, I don't know, let's add laser. It's a laser. Okay, I'll make it bright red. Make it nice and skinny. And put it around the apple. Copy, paste. Make it go around the apple. Maybe make sure the game isn't impossible for the player to beat. So here's a test. Okay, maybe not move the laser around. There is one little problem here. It's nearly impossible to win the game. Good. Now we can copy paste, add this same little pillar up here. Maybe another one. And this one will maybe be a little bit like that. It's probably going to be a little hard. Let's actually get rid of that because we do not want this game to be impossible. So for the lasers, let's do the same thing. When flag clicked, let me just round out that value. Go to motion, go to this exact position. And once it's that position, we'll need to forever check if touching player. So if sensing, touching, let's do player. Then once it's touching the player, we can just maybe add a new sound, such as delete pop, and let's search lose. Which I really think would sound good for winning, but let's stick with it. And here you can play around with the sounds. Reverse it. Good. Louder. Softer. Play around with that. If touching player, play sound lose until done. And then broadcast. Same way we did win. Oh dear. Don't broadcast win. Broadcast lose. And Let's duplicate this script. Duplicate the script. Now receive lose. Show. Switch costume to lose. Hold on, wait. Maybe let's not play the laser sound if touching player, because that would not be a good idea. Okay. Play sound. Let's add a sound again. Good, so we have win and lose. Play sound. Lose until done, and switch costume to lose. So let me see. Oh gee. That is it. Okay, let's see. And then once it plays lose, hold on. Let's get a laser sprite and stop the script. Good. Good. So we have a laser and a coin. Now why not we add a gate? So let's make a new sprite and call it a gate. Because, well, it's a gate. And I may have to scroll down so you can actually see this gate. I'll make it a bright yellow, maybe a little orange. You can feel free to make it however you'd like. I'll make mine look like this. If you want, you can make yours look however you want. And let's drag it right here. Maybe scoot it up a tad bit. Good. And now we need to make a variable. So if it's touching the coin, the player, let's go into coin. Delete the my variable and make it called coin. Coin. And maybe let's add another one. So let's go to control and create a clone of myself, because we are not having one coin, just one coin, viewers. We are not having one. We are going to have a lot of coins, preferably. So let's create a clone of myself, maybe about 3 times. So over 3 repetitions, maybe get the forever loop out of it. Create clone of myself, maybe 3 times, right? We are not doing this 10 times. And when I start as a clone, wait, what's the clone gonna do anyway? It's not like it's gonna do the same thing. When I start as a clone, let's see. Good. Now this clone will also not be directly next to the existing coin. So that means they'll have to go to a random position. Good. Oh geez, that's a lot of coins. Maybe over 3 repetitions. Oh dear. And they have under one condition. And also there's one condition. And then maybe this clone has to change X position by 10 or something. So let's go motion. Change X by 10. That won't help because it also can't be touching the gate. So we need to put if inside the if in the repeat block. And if so if let's put this inside the forever loop. If operate not touching coin, it can't not be touching itself, so that's a problem. So let's do an if touching if touching the color of this coin, which must be the same color as this. They're basically the same color. So if they're touching this color, and we have to make sure it is not touching this color. Oh, jeez. Slow down. Slow down. Maybe kick it out of the forever loop. But also, and it can't be touching the laser. And let's bring in and touching. That's a problem. So we may need to scoot the gate down. So what color is the coin? The color of the coin is 15. The gate is 15. So they are the same color. Good. Go to random position. So it's a good thing that they are in random. Ooh. That's a weird problem. Let's scoot that gate up a little. Now, to give the gate, well, gate functionality. And the coin, it's coin functionality. Variable. Change coin by 1 and set coin to 0. Let's do the same thing here. So, one flag clicked, forever, check, if, look, sensing, touching, if the coin variable is equivalent to 4, then looks, hide. So this will be the first part of our tutorial so far. Thank you for watching, and bye. Okay, and don't forget, hit save now. Like there. Save the project, and now. Thank you for watching. Bye!